Welcome to Gamers Platform. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Adam Wolf from Gamers Platform, and in this video I've got a nice little graphics comparison for you for the Final Fantasy XV demo on PC. Just to keep you guys up to speed, I'm running a Ryzen 7 1700 clocked at the base clock of 3.1 gigahertz, a EVGA GTX 1060 6GB SSC, and 16 gigabytes of 2400 megahertz RAM. Now, right off the bat, the biggest differences you can see are between the low and the average, aka medium, graphic settings. It's unbelievable what a difference just a few changes makes. Now again, I'm using the presets here, so it automatically sets itself. So I didn't really tweak anything. I just hit the preset and ran my little benchmark-ish thing here. And it's, I do apologize for some reason the low-end video somehow is faster. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so as you can see, there's just a huge difference between just low and medium. And then when you get between medium and high, then the discrepancies are much more minuscule and smaller and harder to see. But I would suspect that the average settings is what was used on consoles mostly. You know, I don't think the consoles even look that good, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so you know, even the low end, you could see it looks kind of a little bit washed out. You know, really a lot brighter for some reason. Very basic lighting, basic coloring, basic shadows, everything. So I just thought it was really interesting to see the differences between the low and medium settings are so huge as opposed to the medium and high. Now I know a lot of people have been having some issues with this demo. You know, so even people who have a 1080 Ti apparently have had issues with this demo. And I do agree that there is some optimization to be done, because as you can see, if you take a look at the frame rate counter, I'm also showing my CPU and GPU usage, RAM and VRAM used, all that stuff, all that great stuff. And as you can see, the GPU is, for the most part, almost being maxed out. And I've got 6 gigabytes of VRAM available. And of course, as you go from low to medium to high, the usage of VRAM gets bigger. And it really actually is dependent on the scene that you're trying to render out. I just found it really interesting though that it uses that much GPU. So I think there's definitely some optimization that needs to be done. But that being said, a lot of those people that were using a 1080 Ti also decided to throw NVIDIA Hairworks and their stuff on TurfWorks and whatnot, or Turf Effects. That stuff is extremely demanding. So even with a 1080 Ti, of course you're going to see problems. That stuff alone will just destroy any graphics card on the market, because it's just not well optimized. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, just turn them off if you want more consistent frame rates. A 1080 Ti, I imagine, can destroy this demo, and will be able to play this game very well when it comes out. Obviously, they have a little bit of extra time to do some optimization, but who knows how much they're going to be able to do before the game's released tomorrow, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. So to those people using 1080 Ti's, just turn off the NVIDIA stuff, unless you want to cap the frame rate at 30 frames a second, because I can tell you right now, it works just fine there. But, you know, obviously people want high frame rates with something as powerful as a 1080 Ti. So you guys are going to have to compensate somewhere. You know, you're going to have to compromise, I should say, not compensate, but compromise somewhere. And it's either going to be in the frame rate or the graphics. So, you know, take your pick. But, yeah, so, and as you can see, the frame rate even from low to medium is a huge jump in lost frames. About 20 frames per second as opposed to medium to high, which is only about 10. So that'll tell you right there just what graphic settings, like how much the graphic settings affect the game and how it runs. and really how tiny of a difference there is between average and high, or medium and high. So I just thought this was a really I enjoyed doing these videos, and I always meant to do this. I just took a couple days for some reason. There was other videos I wanted to make, and of course this weekend I was streaming, so didn't get around to it until now. And of course during combat, you know, things slow down depending on what settings you've got going. Low is pretty much, you could lock it in at 60 frames a second and not have any issues. I could almost guarantee it, but medium and high, demanding in a sense, with the effects going off and everything, the dust flying up. Yeah, it gets pretty heavy. It drops frames pretty good, but it's really not that big a deal. But I hope you guys found this video interesting like I did, and if you did, don't forget to like, dislike if you hate these kinds of videos, get subscribed if you haven't already, and don't forget to check the links for Extra Life campaign, trying to raise that $200, so don't be afraid to donate and help me out. But until next time, guys, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Final Fantasy 15, and I will see you guys in the next one.